Most sought after vintage cereal ever. For the first time in more than a decade, it's back for a limited time. Stacey Lynn, CBS News.
Turns out McDonald's fans are about more than just burgers.
Hand washed 3 times. A fresh gourmet blend of greens is tossed daily.
Wall Street Journal says customers are demanding franchises that haven't brought back salads like crispy chicken and bacon ranch. Do it now. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Hand wash.
Waiting was such a mistake. That's one of the things we hear most after we've successfully treated one of our patients for erectile dysfunction. At Montgomery Men's Health, we want you to know first and foremost that waiting is a mistake, because the longer you wait, the more difficult it can be to treat your ED. Using what you've got is important, not just for your relationship, but for your overall health. There's some truth to the phrase, if you don't use it, you'll lose it. At Montgomery Men's Health, we'll fight for your ability to consistently perform without the anxiety that so many men experience. In fact, you might even find you performing like you haven't in a long time. We only treat ED and low T at Montgomery Men's Health, and we've successfully treated many men with protocols that are effective in nearly 90% of cases. We also have a full complement of treatments, including acoustic wave therapy, so you get the one that works best for you. So don't wait. Make an appointment. For just $99, you'll get a medical consultation, blood work, and a medically advised test dose. Call today, 334-440-3663. That's 334-440-3663. MontgomeryMen'sHealth.com.
Hi, Jeff Baranka with Chappie's Deli. And Mike Costanza here, talking about full service. Gone away are milk delivery and full service gas stations.
Mike, I've heard of full service gas stations where they still check your tires and oil, but Gramps, milk delivery? What century was that?
Not that long ago, and it was full service.
Oh, like we give at Chappie's Deli.
Exactly. When you come to Chappie's Deli, you sit down as a family. We'll take care of whatever you need.
Some places you can't even talk. You keep getting up and down. Get your food, get your refill, and you even have to get your own milk. Get it, Gramps? Milk delivery.
Even better than milk delivery, I've seen our Chappie's Deli crew walking out in the rain to help folks in and out of their car. We're called to serve. And at Chappie's Deli, we take that calling seriously.
Called to serve. Mike, that sounds good. How about this tagline? Called to serve. Even milk delivery to Gramps' house.
So funny. Allow us to have the pleasure of serving you at Chappie's Deli.
When it comes to keeping up with projects on your property, you need quality equipment you can depend on. That's exactly what you get with John Deere equipment from SunSouth. And now's a great time to drive off in a new John Deere from SunSouth during the trade-in and trade-up sales event. Receive up to $2,500 trade-in bonus cash on 2012 or newer competitive like trade-ins. To find the John Deere that's right for you, visit SunSouth. Equipment for those that do.
Offer valid on qualifying purchases made through August 30th, 2022. Trade-in bonus varies based on model and competitive trade-in. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
He's the voice of the conservative millennial.
Ben Shapiro.
The Ben Shapiro Show, tonight at 8 p.m. on News Radio 1440. Depend on it. Your WSFA First Alert weather forecast on News Radio 1440.
Sponsored by Blindster. Do you need new blinds or shades? Blindster.com offers custom-made blind shades and shutters shipped directly to you at prices less than big box retailers. Blindster blinds are easy to install and guaranteed to fit. Don't overpay for new blinds. Shop Blindster today and save big. Blindster.com.
Friday is here, and we got a lot of sunshine to go along with the last day of the work week. It comes with mid-90 temperatures, though, and not a whole lot of relief in the rain department. Maybe an isolated shower or storm possible today, but most of you are dry. Slightly better odds of seeing rain Saturday, but your weekend is not a washout. We do, though, see about a 60% coverage as we head into your Sunday. So average highs over the next couple of days, hanging in the seasonable low and mid-90s, and pop-up showers and storms are possible much of next week as well. And that's your First Alert forecast. I'm WSFA meteorologist Amanda Curran on News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic, brought to you by Brubaker Motors. It's better at Brubaker on News Radio 1440.
Hello, Montgomery. Right now, things are looking good. Nothing's being reported by the authorities that would send you on an alternate route. Keep listening. We'll keep you posted. It's back to school time at Premier Place. And after shopping, you can eat at Poblanos, King Buffet, or Sweet Frog Frozen Yogurt. It's all at Premier Place in Prattville, another great McClinton and Company development. Buckle up, it's the law. For Montgomery Skywatch Traffic, this is Major Delay.
Why are you driving around town on old ball tires? Do you like living dangerously? Say no to old ball and dangerous. For all your time needs, Chico's Auto Pros, 239-9510.
Good morning, I'm Jed Davis. Here's what's happening in the news on this Friday. We start with some health news. The Biden administration has declared monkeypox a public health emergency. This move allows the government to step up its response to the monkeypox outbreak, allowing access to emergency funds and accelerating vaccine distribution. So far, more than 6,600 cases have been reported in the U.S., 19 cases in Alabama. A Russian judge has sentenced WNBA star Brittany Griner to 9 years in prison. She pleaded guilty to drug smuggling and possession charges. Police say they found less than a gram of cannabis oil in her luggage at the Moscow airport. President Biden has called this sentence, quote, unacceptable. Happening later today, it's the biggest party in the South, kicking off in Coleman County. Rock the South will bring thousands of people from across the country to gather for a country music festival. The two big headlining artists this year are the band Alabama and Morgan Wallen. The two-day event ends on Saturday. That's your news on this Friday. I'm Chet Davis.
Shop the Freedom Sale going on now at American Oakenmore with interest-free financing for up to 5 years. Bedroom suits as low as $49 a month. Living room sets, $49 a month. Table and chair sets, $49 a month. Save big on home office, entertainment consoles, and outdoor. Bookcases from $169, bar stools from $66. Be free from high prices and save big on 100% solid wood furniture. Interest-free financing available.
Like we've been saying for almost 30 years. You don't pay fake money, so don't settle for fake wood. Good morning, Alabama. How'd you sleep last night?
You can buy a mattress anywhere, but at Wolf Points Bedding, we want to make sure you get a good night's sleep. We will take the time to show you how a mattress is made and what supports you and gives you comfort. Then let you make the decision on what's best for you. Whether you need an inexpensive mattress or a great night's sleep, we have you covered. Shop the Better Sleep Sale and get up to $400 off on Heritage Sleep's homegrown collection.
Don't count sheep, get a great night's sleep from Wolf Points Bedding next to American.
There's nothing like hearing the songs you love on local radio with no subscriptions and no monthly fees. But there's a new bill in Congress that could stop the music. If passed, this bill would tax your local radio station simply to play the music you love. Text LOCAL to 52886 and ask Congress to support local radio stations. Help us keep you connected to the music, local news, weather, and traffic that you need each day. This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
Your Montgomery Biscuits are ready to take on the 2022 season with the best fans in minor league baseball. Join us for a summer full of themed weekends, celebrations, and the best biscuits in town. For ticket information, go to biscuitbaseball.com or call the box office at 323-BALL.
Are you hungry? Are you ready to eat now? Then head on over to Bojangles in Eastchase. Bojangles has you covered for breakfast, lunch, and dinner all day, every day. Get a hot breakfast with homemade fluffy biscuits, bacon, grits, and eggs, or grab the Bo Chicken Sandwich combo for lunch. And on your way home, make the family happy with an 8-piece of the best chicken around. Wash it all down with ice cold sweet tea. And don't forget dessert, because a sweet potato pie is back. Get to Bojangles now, because it's Bo time. 9066 Eastchase Parkway. And right now, you can take advantage of a Bojangles Sweet Deal. Just visit this station's website and click on Sweet Deals. You can get $50 to spend at Bojangles for just $25. That's right, for just $25, you can get $50 to spend at Bojangles in Eastchase. But you've got to hurry. These deals go fast. Just visit this radio station's website and click on Sweet Deals for your Bojangles.
Join Sean Hannity Sundays at 3 p.m. for the Encore Show.
Chinese, the Russians, don't fear Joe Biden.
On News Radio 1440.
And here we go.
Sometimes you need to reset and focus on your day. The moment where you take a deep breath and change the focus from the problem to the problem solver. This is Decisions with Kevin Elkins.
Tomorrow morning, if you wake up and the sun does not appear, I will be here.
And good morning, Montgomery, Alabama. It is time to rise and shine once again, if you can. It is another day that you're on top of the ground, and the ground's not on top of you. Good morning to you. It is time for our daily bread. Our daily bread today, August the 8th, 2022 AD, is discerning right paths. Okay, that's P-A-T-H. And they say path, said path. Okay. Today's scripture insight comes from Proverbs 22:6, which seems to be in lost words on some people today, but who knows, we may get it back. Proverbs 22:6 says, start children off in the way they should go, and even when they are old, they will not turn from it. That is Proverbs 22:6. And again, it is August the 8th, 2022 AD. This is a day that has never been, and it is a day like all the others, that once it's gone, it'll never come again. You don't get a do-over. You don't get to summon it from the past. You don't get to come back and do all the things that you should have done this day. More importantly, you don't get a chance to come back and undo all the things that you do. So whatever it is that you do this day, August the 8th, 2022, make sure that if tomorrow should be, you'll be proud of what you have done on this day. And if you've lived a while, like I say every morning, you've seen, you've heard many, many yesterdays. And if we are blessed and given the grace of God and a lot of mercy thrown in, we may, I'm not sure, but we may see some tomorrows. But if tomorrow should never be, then it is this day. That is the first day of the rest of your life. What are you going to do with it? Well, whatever you do, reach out when you can, while you can, and give somebody else a helping hand until you can. Bishop Elijah May said, whatever we do in life, we should do it so well that no man living, no man dead, and no man yet to be born can do it any better. And I said that is the standard by which you live life. You shall always be successful. Oh, you'll fail at a thing or two. We all do. But you'll never be a failure until you quit. We say give out if you must. Rest if you can. But you never quit. You never give up. Because quitters don't win, and winners never quit. So don't ever give up. Don't you ever, ever quit. When the mountains are high or too low or too wide, sometimes you can't get around them, you can't go over them, you can't go under them, but sometimes you just got to go through the mountain. But there's always somebody there to help. Sometimes you just got to ask for it. What can I tell you? And no matter what happens on this day, remember this, Montgomery, Alabama, it is a great day to be alive. Good morning to you. Discerning right path. That's our daily bread for this day, the 8th day of August, 2022. We'll be back.
Welcome to today's encouragement from Our Daily Bread. Our reading, titled Discerning Right Paths, was written by Win Collier. No one would have believed 16-year-old Brazilian skateboarder Felipe Gustavo would become one of the most legendary skateboarders on the planet. Gustavo's dad believed his son needed to pursue his dream of skating professionally, but they didn't have the money. So his dad sold their car and took his son to the renowned Tampa Am skating competition in Florida. No one had heard of Gustavo until he won, and the victory catapulted him into an amazing career. Gustavo's dad had the capacity to see his son's heart and passion. When I become a father, Gustavo said, I just want to be like 5% of what my dad was for me. Proverbs describes the opportunity parents have to help their children discern the unique way God has crafted their heart, energy, and personality, and then to direct and encourage them toward the path that reflects who God made them to be. Start children off on the way they should go, the writer said, and even when they are old, they will not turn from it. We may not possess vast resources or profound knowledge. With God's wisdom and our attentive love, however, we can offer our kids and other children within our sphere of influence an immense gift. We can help them trust in God, and discern the paths they can follow for a lifetime. Today's Our Daily Bread devotional scripture reading is from Proverbs chapter 22, verse 6, and verses 17 through 21. Start children off on the way they should go, and even when they are old, they will not turn from it. And now, verses 17 through 21. Pay attention and turn your ear to the sayings of the wise. Apply your heart to what I teach, for it is pleasing when you keep them in your heart and have all of them ready on your lips, so that your trust may be in the Lord. I teach you today, even you. Have I not written 30 sayings for you, sayings of counsel and knowledge, teaching you to be honest and to speak the truth, so that you bring back truthful reports to those you serve? Let's pray. Heavenly Father, as we consider how good parents pay attention to their children, we know you're the truest parent. Thank you for guiding us through the loving hand of good parents, and especially through your Spirit. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Thanks for listening today. I'm Stephen, and today's encouragement was provided by Our Daily Bread Ministries.
Woo! I'm going to work. Time to go to work. Time to get up. It's Monday morning. You know what time it is. PT time. Come on, General. This is Brigadier General Tia Young. Just in case y'all want to know. Okay. Yeah, we was doing this together. Down in the mess hall on my knees. Nothing to eat but a can of beans. Nothing to eat but a can of beans. The bread was moldy and the meat was bad. Bread was molded and the meat was bad. Well, you know darn well that you can't eat that. Hey, you know darn well that you can't eat that. Here we go. Here we go. All the way. All the way. Gotta be rough and tough, airborne. Airborne. All the way. All the way. When I was young, I always wanted to be in the 82nd Airborne, needs a breeze. Now that I'm here, I'm gonna do it right. Jump from an aircraft while in flight. All the way airborne, airborne, all the way driving on, driving on. All the way airborne, airborne, all the way driving on. This is for all those young troops down there at Fort Benning, Georgia this morning. Well, I picked up my parachute and boarded the plane. Jump master said 1 minute to go. Green light. All the way airborne, airborne, all the way driving on, driving on. All the way. Come on now, it's time to rise and shine. Time to get out, get motivated. It's Monday. Here we go. Here we go. All the way. All the way. Gotta be. Rough and tough. Airborne. All the way. All right, time for PT. Where's my coffee at? I'm the only guy in town take PT drinking coffee. Hey, that's because I'm multitasking. All right, let's do it. Run some more. Run a little, run some more. Well, when your left foot strikes the ground. When your left foot strikes the ground. Well, let me hear that clapping sound. Let me hear that clapping sound. When I'm airborne, all the way, every up, every good. Hollywood. Woo! Hollywood, looking good. All right. Dynamite. Everybody. Sound off. Everybody. Let me hear you. In the rear. Keep it tight. In the middle. Dress it right. In the front. Rock steady. Rough and ready. 80 deuce. Airborne. Leading me. Rough and tough. Hey you. How you feel? Feeling good. All right. Dynamite. Let's keep going. Dedicated. Wanna be. Airborne. Wanna be. Airborne. Woo. Okay, that's enough of that. What a way to start a Monday morning. Little PT. And now, Let's pay homage to all of our armed forces of these United States of America, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard, and yes, even the Space Force. But more importantly, or just as important, all the folks who go in and when everybody else is coming out, Montgomery Fire Department, Montgomery Police Department, Montgomery Sheriff Department, ALEA, and the Alabama National Guard. Good morning to those guys. Somebody has got to keep watch while everybody else goes to sleep at night. Thank God we have people like the Ronald Reagan once said, where do we get such men? Right next door to you. Good morning to you. And let's pay a little homage to our Air Force partners out here on Maxwell and Gunner Air Force Base. After all, this is an Air Force town. As a matter of fact, if we didn't have the Air Force, you wouldn't have the Airborne, now would you? I don't think you would. So it's a partnership. Can somebody bring back the 141? I just need to get one jump out of there. Just one more. Just one. That's it. Just one. The United States Navy, whose motto is Anchors Away. We call them jarheads and a few other names. But their motto is Semper Fidelis. But that was too long, so they had to cut it short to Semper Fi. But whether you say Semper Fi or Semper Fidelis, it all means the same thing. Always. Not sometimes, but always faithful. Don't you wish everybody was? Anybody want to hear my story one more time? Oh, yeah, one more time. And last but certainly not least, my alma mater, the United States Army. Good morning, Sergeant Major. Matter of fact, good morning to all the NCOs that live in the city of Montgomery and the officers, retired and on active duty, and reserves. I tell you what. Oh, that's not the end of it. No, not yet. Okay, let's keep going. I thought it was over, but it wasn't. No. Okay, now it's over. Now it's over. It's 6:28 in the morning. If you need to be there by 7 o'clock, you got about 32 minutes by which to arrive. And I never will forget one of the famous radio personalities of Montgomery, a guy named Robert Charles. The moving finger writes and having written moves on. Now, I can't say it the way he says it. I think that was by somebody named Kayam, but I didn't pay much attention to that guy. But anyway, pay attention to Robert Charles, though. What a great guy. But he always told me, always give the time. People turn on the radio most time to get the time. Okay, so I'm telling you time. Right now, it's 6:28 in the morning. So if you got to be there, you got to be there by 7 o'clock. You got 31 minutes by which to arrive. Okay, good morning. We also got a little thing today. A life of significance is better than a life of success. And we'll tell you why that is at uno momento. Okay, so be cool. We'll be back in a few minutes. I know it's early in the morning, but you got to get up sometime. You might as well get it now. Anybody know that the guy? Anybody remember who Roger Mosley is? Roger Mosley is the guy that played on Magnum PI. When I used to live in Honolulu, I met him once or twice. But he died at 83 years old. interesting guy. He's the guy that drove the, he's the guy that drove the, what was he doing? He drove the chopper. Anyway, our prayers and condolences go out to his family. Aloha nui loi. That's my Hawaiian thing over there. Okay, we'll be back.
Your WSFA First Alert weather forecast on News Radio 1440.
Sponsored by Blindster. Need new blinds or shades? Blindster.com offers custom made blinds, shades, and shutters shipped directly to you at prices less than big box retailers. Blindster blinds are easy to install and guaranteed to fit. And right now, save 45% off any order. Just use code RADIO at checkout. Blindster.com.
Friday is here, and we got a lot of sunshine to go along with the last day of the work week. It comes with mid-90 temperatures, though, and not a whole lot of relief in the rain department. Maybe an isolated shower or storm possible today, but most of you are dry. Slightly better odds of seeing rain Saturday, but weekend is not a washout. We do, though, see about a 60% coverage as we head into your Sunday. So average highs over the next couple of days, hanging in the seasonable low and mid-90s, and pop-up showers and storms are possible much of next week as well. And that's your First Alert forecast. I'm WSFA meteorologist Amanda Curran on News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Brubaker Motors. It's better at Brubaker on News Radio 1440.
Hello, Montgomery. Right now, things are looking good. Nothing's being reported by the authorities that would send you on an alternate route. Keep listening. We'll keep you posted. It's back to school time at Premier Place. And after shopping, you can eat at Poblanos, King Buffet, or Sweet Frog Frozen Yogurt. It's all at Premier Place in Prattville, another great McClinton and Company development. Buckle up. It's the law. For Montgomery Skywatch traffic, this is Major Delay.
Why are you driving around town on old bald tires? Do you like living dangerously? Say no to old, bald, and dangerous. For all your tire needs, Chico's Auto Pros, 239-9510.
When it's time to get a new vehicle, Larry Puckett Chevrolet is the best place to find your new Chevy or a great used car. New cars, SUVs, and trucks are being delivered daily, and Larry Puckett has their largest selection of pre-owned vehicles in over a year. Check them out online at LarryPuckett.com or visit them on Cobbs Ford Road in Prattville. And if you have an extra vehicle, bring it in for an instant cash offer. Whether you're selling or trading, your vehicle will never be worth more. Larry Puckett Chevrolet, where the customers do the talking.
Almost 3 million people use Navage to breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthy. I'm Martin Hoke, and I invented Navage, the world's only nose cleaner that helps flush out airborne germs with powered suction. But what do doctors have to say about Navage? Here's Dr. Tonya Farmer, a board-certified ear, nose, and throat specialist.
Most airborne allergens and viruses enter through your nose. When that happens, it can cause congestion and irritation, and that just makes you feel miserable. You can get a cold, you can get flu, sinus infections, or even worse. Flushing your nose with a saline solution is the most effective way to flush all of those dangerous threats out of your nose. So now when patients come to my office, I tell them I highly recommend that you use Navage on a daily basis for overall good health and wellness.
And Navage is all natural and drug-free at Navage.com, Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Bed Bath, and Target. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E, clean nose.
Hey, bud, this is Toto. Hey, Captain, from the Rustic Furniture Outlet at American Oak and Moore. We have some great news. We're building a new warehouse.
Yes, but the bad news is we have over $1 million worth of inventory that we have to move. That's over 4,000 pieces.
So, Captain, what are you going to do?
We're going to have a huge warehouse sale. I would rather discount it and sell it than move it.
For the first time ever, we will be giving an additional discount on over 4,000 items in the Rustic Outlet.
Don't let it pass you by.
Come save big and help us get it gone. Good
baby.
You can buy a mattress anywhere, but at Wolf Points Bedding, we want to make sure you get a good night's sleep. We'll take the time to show you how a mattress is made and what supports you and gives you comfort. Then let you make the decision on what's best for you. Whether you need an inexpensive mattress or a great night's sleep, we have you covered. Shop the Better Sleep sale and get up to $400 off on Heritage Sleep's homegrown collection.
Don't count sheep, get a great night's sleep from Wolf Points Bedding next door.
Waiting was such a mistake. That's one of the things we hear most after we've successfully treated one of our patients for erectile dysfunction. At Montgomery Men's Health, we want you to know first and foremost that waiting is a mistake, because the longer you wait, the more difficult it can be to treat your ED. Using what you've got is important, not just for your relationship, but for your overall health. There's some truth to the phrase, if you don't use it, you'll lose it. At Montgomery Men's Health, we'll fight for your ability to consistently perform without the anxiety that so many men experience. In fact, you might even find you performing like you haven't in a long time. We only treat ED and low T at Montgomery Men's Health, and we successfully treated many men with protocols that are effective in nearly 90% of cases. We also have a full complement of treatments, including acoustic wave therapy, so you get the one that works best for you. So don't wait. Make an appointment. For just $99, you get a medical consultation, blood work, and if medically advised, a test dose. Call today, 334-440-3663. That's 334-440-3663, or go to Montgomery Men's.
Why do digital marketers make good actors?
I'm not sure. Why do they?
Because they nail impressions. Man, Bobby, you kill me.
You think you can sell impressions too? Boy, do we have a job for you. Cumulus Media is looking for a great digital sales manager. We offer full-time positions with great benefits and opportunities in media digital sales, a fun working environment, and all the impressions you could possibly think about selling in the industry, on air, and online.
Visit newsradio1440.com for details.
He's smart, witty, and fast on the draw. It's Mark Levin this afternoon at 5 p.m. on News Radio 1440.
All right. Okay, this week, okay, I'm gonna try something different this week. I'm gonna try a little something different. We got to get some new calls. I got to refresh the thought pattern around here, because it's been going the same way for a long time now, and so if you're a new caller, you text me and you get the VIP line this week, so you can get in. Okay, I just want to hear some different thoughts today. Now, we like our old callers too. We like them. We don't have anything against them, but every once in a while you got to have some new you need some new sources of thought, as a matter of fact. And you know what time it is? It is 6:36 in the morning. It is time for lessons of life and stuff like that, and the word of the day. Now, the word of the day is it's an interesting word, as a matter of fact, that fits most, often it fits our political class. It often fits them, because they don't really try to tell you the truth most of the time. But we'll talk about it. Anyway, so what is the word of the day? Now, this is an effort to propel you to be a wordsmith like me, so you can tell people where to put it and make them want to help you send them there. Okay, they'll never know you're talking about them. They'll just, it sounds good, so they'll go right along with it. Okay, now but be careful, because every once in a while you'll meet somebody that actually knows the meaning of these words, and next thing you know, they want to open up a can of whoop booty on you, and you might not want to go. So just be careful who you're talking to. Okay, I'm just telling you might want to watch that. Anyway, so what is the word of the day? The word of the day means evil, or flagrantly wicked, or impious. Okay, evil, or flagrantly wicked. And when we say flagrantly wicked, we mean a person that is so wicked that they get to the point where they don't even care if you know it anymore. Okay, and there are some people like that. They don't really care. So what's the word? Well, the word is nefarious. Okay, so tomorrow's first day of school. So I thought and somebody had the audacity to answer, well, you don't know when the first day of school is? Well, let me tell you something. I called some people on the school board that didn't know when the first day of school was. So, how am I supposed to know when this is the earliest school that's ever began, I believe. Come on, man, how am I supposed to know? But anyway, so this is a word of the week for my young skulls of mush, nefarious. So now, if you want to go down to the principal's office and say, Mr. Johnson is somewhat nefarious. Now, the first of all, you will impress the hell out of the principal that you know exactly what that means. Okay, it means evil, or flagrantly wicked. Okay, nefarious. So I'm just saying, you might want to try that on one of your teachers. And if they look at you really strange, it's because they do not understand the word. But if they look at you like, oh, then they know what it means. Okay, I'm just saying. So you might want to just be careful how you use the word. Don't I'm just saying, you might want to hold off on that word unless you absolutely know it to be so. Okay. All right. Here's a lesson of life today. Now, lesson of life are the things that you learn by living. You cannot learn them any other way. You can hear about them, but you don't learn them until you have lived a certain time in life. Now, ladies and gentlemen, there are a lot of people that you're going to meet along your way in your journey through life that are more talented than you. There are people out there more talented than I am. Okay, there are a lot of folks, and depending on what you're doing, they may be overly more talented than you are. But let me tell you the one thing that talent cannot beat. Talent can never beat hard work. Okay, hard work will always beat talent that does not work hard. So just because you have talent does not mean that you ought not work hard, because working hard will overcome often the lack of talent that you may have. So just because somebody seems to have it all together, well, sometimes those people end up on the bottom of the heap because they don't want to work hard. So always remember this: hard work will always beat talent that does not work hard. Now, if you got somebody that's talented and willing to work hard, well, you're going to have a hard way to go. But often that is not the way it is. So I just thought I'd let you guys know that this morning, okay? So remember, hard work will always beat talent that does not work hard, okay? Just remember that. And the word of the day again is nefarious, which means evil or flagrantly wicked. Okay, that means they don't even care who knows anymore. Okay, they just don't care. Anyway, it is August the 8th, the 220th day of this year. The year is going down, isn't it? There are only, believe it or not, 145 days left in this year. President Ronald Reagan on this day in 1974, President Richard Nixon, facing damaging new revelations in the Watergate scandal, announced he would resign the following day, which would have been August the 9th. In 1815, Napoleon Bonaparte set sail for St. Helena to spend the remainder of his days in exile. In 1876, Thomas Alva Edison received a patent for his mimeograph. In 1942, during the Second World War, 6 Nazi saboteurs were captured at landing in the U.S. and were executed in Washington, D.C. 2 others who cooperated with authorities were spared. The year was 1945. And let me see what happened in 1945. I got it right here. Okay. The year was 1945. Harry Truman signed the U.S. Instrument of Ratification of the United Nations Charter. The Soviet Union declared war against Japan in World War II. In 1968, on this day, the Republican National Convention in Miami Beach nominated Richard Milhous Nixon for president on the first ballot. 1973, on this day, Vice President Spiro T. Agnew, branded as damn lies, reports that he had been taking kickbacks from government contracts in Maryland and vowed not to resign, which he ended up resigning. In 1993, one of the sad points of our military history, in 1993, in Somalia, 4 U.S. soldiers were killed when a landmine was detonated underneath their vehicle, prompting President Bill Clinton to order Army Rangers to try to capture Somali warlord Mohammed Farah Aidid. In 2000, the wreckage of the Confederate submarine H.L. Hunley, which sank in 1864 after attacking a Union ship, the Housatonic, was recovered off the South Carolina coast and returned to port. The year was 2002. Saddam Hussein organized a big military parade and then warned the forces of evil not to attack Iraq as he sought once more, to shift the debate from the world demands that he live up to his agreements that ended the Gulf War. In 2003, the Boston Roman Catholic Archdiocese offered $55 million to settle more than 500 lawsuits stemming from an alleged sex abuse by priests. The Archdiocese later settled for $85 million. In 2006, Roger Goodell was chosen as the NFL's next commissioner. I forget who the commissioner was before him. In 2008, China opened the Summer Olympics Games with an extravaganza of fireworks and pageantry. It was 13 years ago that Sonia Sotomayor was sworn in as the U.S. Supreme Court's first Hispanic and third female justice. I guess we still got this thing about we pick people by their race, by their sex, and by their ethnicity. I thought we were a country that didn't do that, but we still do. A small plane collided with a sightseeing helicopter over the Hudson River in New York City, killing 9 people, including 5 Italian tourists. Typhoon Morakot slammed into Taiwan, leaving more than 670 people either dead or missing. The typhoon also killed 22 people in the Philippines and 8 in China. Yeah, I never did like typhoons. 8 years ago, the U.S. unleashed its first airstrikes against the Islamic State group in northern Iraq amid a worsening humanitarian crisis. Israel and militants from Gaza resumed cross-border attacks after a 3-day truce expired. And it was 4 years ago that the United States announced that it would impose new sanctions on Russia for illegally using a chemical weapon in an attempt to kill a former spy and his daughter in Britain. Australian golfer Jared Lyle died at the age of 36 after a long and arduous battle with cancer. A Montana coroner said that the death of Superman actress Margaret Kidder had been ruled a suicide from a drug and alcohol overdose. And those are just some of the things that happen in this world on this day. Okay, just some of the things. Now, what else is going on today? Okay, let's see what happened. Interesting weekend. I keep telling the police chief and the mayor and everybody who will listen to me that the 21st century law enforcement methodology is not working. So we probably need to go back to the first century, but it's not working, guys. It's just not. I mean, it sounds good. I mean, the 21st century policing methodology, it sounds really good, but it's not working. Okay. Anyway, so now let me give you my little thing this morning. A life of significance. It's only 5 minutes, so we'll have time when we come back. Okay, we'll be back. So don't go any place. Okay, is that up? Yeah, there we go. So we'll come back right after this.
We would drive right by the stadium, and we would stop at what's called the Gator Walk. And every game I played there was probably 20 to 40,000 fans at this Gator Walk, ready to greet us as we get off the bus. I would see all these people. I got to tell you, there were a lot of voices that started to hit me. One of the first voices that instantly hit me was pride and arrogance, because I would look out and I would see thousands of jerseys with my number on it. I would look out and I would see Bible verses that they were wearing because I wore them. And so for a second you thought, dang, I'm something. They're here for me. This is pretty cool. I must be somebody. There's a picture that I stumbled across, and it's one of Time's 100 most influential images of all time. And it's a picture of this young girl. She's on her way from her village to a feeding center not far away. And she's so malnourished and she's moving so slow that this vulture is waiting to attack. So the young man that took this picture, I think there was probably something in his heart that he wanted to do good. He wasn't sure. So he captured this picture and he just waited, and then the vulture got closer. So he kind of shooed the vulture off, and then he walked away, and the vulture would come right back. And he was told, because of some of the sicknesses in the areas, don't touch anybody, don't do anything. And so he didn't. He didn't. He did nothing. Because apparently the cost was too much. So he left. He went back. The New York Times published this photo in 1993. In 94, he won the Pulitzer Prize for this photo. 4 months after this, he chose to end his life. You see, every single one of us, we have a chance to be successful in life. And you know what? I hope you are. I really do. I hope you're successful. There's nothing wrong with being successful. But success is just about you. But significance is about other people. You see, that man that took that picture, he had success. That's one of the greatest honors a photographer could ever have. But obviously it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. So what's going to be enough for you? You see, success is great. You can do a lot of things with it, but it's not going to be fulfilling. And you can never forget that sense of urgency, that it's not about your timeline, it's about their timeline. While you might have 30, 40, 50 years, they have days, minutes, moments. She had moments, but it wasn't worth it to go pick her up. It wasn't worth it to give her a hug. It wasn't worth it to tell her about the gospel. Yeah, I won a Pulitzer Prize, but what does it matter? What does it matter? It doesn't. And I think the greatest tragedy in life is we're going to look back one day and say, I was successful in things that don't matter. I want you to be successful. But more than anything, I want you to be significant. And when you live for Jesus and you love people, I believe you're going to have a life of significance.
A life of significance as opposed to a life of success. And I think he described the difference really well. Success is about you. Significant is about helping others. We all do have moments where we think we're important. Okay, I've had those moments. But then I looked at my checking account and I figured it wasn't true. So you know, sometimes we need to check up from the neck up. Yeah, sometimes we do. Anyway, good morning to all of you. It seems that Prattville, Alabama's got just as much trouble over there now as we have here. So you know, that's probably because a lot of us are moving over there. So y'all keep running, but we keep coming where the money is. Okay, so don't be moving because we can find you. Okay, we know where you are. So just because you leave Montgomery, we're gonna come in there and find you too. Now, bit of sad news. Local business, which is I do business with them sometimes down there. I think it's called Bibb Street Pizza. Evidently, you know, the 21st century policing methodology is not. This guy didn't get the word because somebody broke into their place, went in the roof, you know, and came on down and tore stuff up and stuff like that. I think they're back open now, but you know, it's got to get to the point we need to put dogs in our businesses and let them eat somebody up. Right? We need to put dogs in the businesses. When we lock the door, just put dogs in there, okay? I'm just saying, because people don't like dogs. Okay? Even if they got a gun, they don't like dogs. I mean, we almost, you know, so the 21st century thing, I'm going to tell Mr. Albert that's not working. So we need to go back to, maybe the 20th century policing method, you know, with a phone booth and whack them upside the head or something like that. You know, it is getting absurd. Some of the things that go on in our poor little city, but not just in Montgomery. I mean, it's everywhere. And I've been trying to figure out. See, here's what I've been trying to figure out. This really doesn't take a degree in sociology to figure out what's going on in the world, not just in America, but in the world. It really, this is not a difficult thing to figure out. See, because what's going on is that we are not making people accountable for the things that they do. We're not making them be responsible for the things they do. We're blaming the whole world for, well, I know you're like in school. I keep telling them, well, you know, the teachers say, well, you know, they come from home that way. Okay, but you you don't put up with it. If little Bobby and little Susie come to school and they're acting crazy, you don't have to put up with it. You send them home to their mothers and their father, to uncle, their aunt, their grandma, whoever they're home to, and you let them stay there. Okay? And I keep hearing, and one of the biggest excuses I hear, well, they come from home that way. Okay, and send them back home that way. Send them back home that way. So I can't understand. So you let them stay and just kill your environment of learning. Now I'm in communication with the office of the superintendent, trying to get him on the air in the 20 around the 23rd of the month or something like that, after school started. He's got his feet wet a little bit. We're gonna try to get him up and have a heart-to-heart conversation about, because I need to know where he stands. I just need to know. We got to stop making so many excuses of why we allow things to go on, and we just don't. I mean, and here's the thing about it. There has never been anybody that was successful that said, I'm successful because I didn't pay attention to anybody, that I didn't work hard, I didn't do what my parents say do, I just ran roughshod over the whole wide world, and going to jail made me even more successful. Now, I've just never heard anybody say that, So there's got to be a little bit of accountability to what people do. Okay, we need to stop coming up with more diagnoses. We need to stop diagnosing bad behavior with another ailment. Okay, we just need to stop that. And I mean, we got ADHD. Okay, so I agree. There is something to the ADHD thing. Okay, not to the extent that we blame it, but there may be a little something to it. But then we got ODD, oppositional defiance disorder. Now, listen, I don't know a child that has ever been born that didn't have a little touch of ODD. I just don't know any. Okay, so we have to stop giving everybody a diagnosis. Okay, because Valiant Cross, they don't play that. They just don't play that. And again, just because you come from a house that's disordered, that's disrupted, doesn't mean that you have to tolerate it in school. You just don't. And I tell you, you know what? When you go to jail, they don't care. They really don't care what kind of situation you got at home. They don't. They put you in Mount Meigs. They don't care. They got rules there that you must abide by, and so I don't really care either. I just don't. I mean, honestly, most of the time there are people that are willing to help you. If you're willing to help yourself, and that's what I've learned living. That if you're willing to get out there and bust your hump and do all the things you got to do. So here's what I like to see. I would like to see this be one of the most significantly improved school years we've ever had. Not that you're always going to have fights between kids. That doesn't bother me. Okay, you're always going to have fights between kids. But I would like to see this one of the best years of public education we've ever had. Okay, and I even made a suggestion to one of our school board members yesterday. I'm going to tell you guys about it, and I think it will change the atmosphere, okay, in school. I really do believe it. But I'll tell you about that when we come back, because I'm brilliant, and I came up with a brilliant idea, and I just think it's just something that needs to happen. It's time, okay? It's time. So anyway, well, listen, that's it for this hour. We'll be back with your calls, your comments, whatever else you got on your mind as soon as we come back. It's 5:58, 34 seconds after the hour.
Now, your WSFA 12 news update on News Radio.
Health emergency. This move allows the government to step up its response to the monkeypox outbreak, allowing access to emergency funds and accelerating vaccine distribution. So far, more than 600 cases have been reported in the U.S., 19 cases in Alabama. A Russian judge has sentenced WWE star Brittany Griner to 9 years in prison. She pleaded guilty to drug smuggling and possession charges. Police say they found less than a gram of cannabis oil in her luggage at the Moscow airport. President Biden has called the sentence, quote, unacceptable. Happening later today is the biggest party in the South, kicking off in Fulton County. Rock the South brings thousands of people from across the country together for a country music festival. Two big headlining artists this year are the band Alabama and Logan Wallen. 2 day event ends on Saturday. That's your news on this Friday. I'm Jeff Davis.
News Radio 1440 is WLWI AM and 95.1 HD3 FM of
This is the CBS World News Roundup, sponsored by Rocket Mortgage.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. The Senate has passed a massive economic and climate package. Correspondent Nicole Killian is on Capitol Hill.
Called the Inflation Reduction Act, it is the largest federal investment to address climate change, with $369 billion for clean energy programs, including tax credits for individuals who make their homes more energy efficient or buy electric vehicles. It allows Medicare to negotiate lower prescription drug prices and caps drug costs for seniors at $2,000 a year.
Republicans like Rick Scott and Ted Cruz, none too pleased.
This is going to continue to drive us into a bigger recession than we are. It is a terrible idea.
President Biden is getting ready for his first road trip since he was diagnosed with COVID. He'll visit flood-devastated eastern Kentucky, where Jennifer Ritchie had to be rescued from the roof of her home.
We're really sad because we lost everything that we built for the past 7 years. But it's just stuff. We can always get that stuff back.
Police in New Mexico believe they may be dealing with a serial killer targeting Muslim men. KRQE reporter Madison Connor in Albuquerque.
A community mourning a string of murders now feels targeted and under threat. Pakistani immigrant Naeem Hussein was shot and killed on Friday, the third Muslim man to be killed in less than 2 weeks in Albuquerque. Hussein was killed by returning from the other victim's funeral. The attacks follow a similar murder in November of last year when a fourth Muslim man, Muhammad Ahmadi, was gunned down.
Police say a man was driving his car drunk when he ran a stop sign and crashed into a golf cart on a street in Galveston, Texas, killing 4 people, including 2 children. This woman lives just feet from where it happened.
It was hard. I mean, I have 4 children of my own, and having to see what we witnessed last night, it was terrible.
COVID vaccinations have been available for kids under 5 for more than a month now, but the Wall Street Journal reports only about 4 to 5% have gotten shots. Some parents say they're holding off until fall doctor's checkups or because their kids have been infected recently. Pete Rose made his first appearance on the field in Philly since he was disinvited in 2017 after an accusation he had sex with a minor. Cheers peppered with booze. When a reporter asked the all-time hits leader about the woman's claim, Rose replied, "Sorry, babe.
I'm here for my teammates, okay? I'm here for the Philly organization, and who cares what happened 50 years ago?"
To the reporter, he quipped, "You shouldn't be talking about it because you weren't born yet." S&P futures up 22. This is CBS News.
This hour's newscast is presented by Rocket Mortgage. When you need cash out of your home and a simple way to get it, Rocket can.
Do you know what people see when they Google you? Search engines don't always get it right. And when they're wrong, it's your reputation on the line. So what do you do when you don't agree with your search results? Call Reputation Defender at 800-401-6681. Reputation Defender by Norton is one of the most trusted names in online reputation repair. We have over a decade of experience in fixing people's search results, and we can help you too. Using cutting-edge approaches, Reputation Defender pushes unflattering information down to lower pages of your search results, where few people ever look. We also promote the good stuff so that it rises to the top, letting you put your best foot forward. Your good name is too valuable to leave to the whims of a Google algorithm. You owe it to yourself to take control with Reputation Defender. Visit www.reputationdefender.com or call 800-401-6681 for free advice on your situation. 800-401-6681.
Looking for a job? You may be in luck.
The hiring outlook is promising for U.S. companies through the end of this year, according to business consulting firm Robert Half.
Many companies remain in the hiring mode.
And professionals with in-demand skills continue to have many options.
Robert Half, Paul McDonald.
It looks bright for the second half of 2022, with 46% of the companies plan on adding new positions or filling vacated positions.
Top recruiting tactics, salary, signing bonuses, and remote work. Stephen Kaufman, CBS News.
Police in Los Angeles still investigating after actress Anne Heche crashed her car into a two-story house and set it on fire. Her friend and broadcast partner says Heche is in stable condition, suffering from burns. Police say she was speeding when she approached a T-shaped intersection in Mar Vista and ran off the road. No one inside the home was injured. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Look at him. Okay, said the blind man. Let me see.
They're committed to strengthening and showcasing organizational and individual cultural endeavors in our hometown. To advance this cause, they're seeking individual artists, artisans, advocacy groups, schools, and avid patrons of the arts.
If it goes between the moon and New York City, I know it's crazy, but it's true.
Sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthy. I'm Martin Hoke, and I invented Navage, the world's only nose cleaner that helps flush out airborne germs with powered suction. But what do doctors have to say about Navage? Here's Dr. Tony Farmer, a board-certified ear, nose, and throat specialist.
Most airborne allergens and viruses interfere.
The best that you can do is fall in love. If it could go between the moon and New York City, I know it's crazy, but it's true.
So now when patients come in my office, I tell them I highly recommend that you use Navage on a daily basis for overall good.
If they listen to you, they'll be going to be at home. Well, let them be at home with their parents. Let them be at home with their parents. I don't care. Yeah, let them be at home.
Don't miss Sean Hannity. Biden Incoherently adheres live this afternoon at 2 p.m. on News Radio 1440.
I know it's crazy. That is true. Here we go. Here we go. All right then. And there we go. Okay. So that's not working. Okay. I thought it was working anyway. So whatever. Oh, that's that's the wrong one there. There we go. There we go. Yeah, I thought school started today, but it did not. It starts tomorrow. Give me a whole lot to talk about the rest of the year. Hopefully good stuff, though. Hopefully good stuff. Anyway, don't forget, our show's been brought to you in part by JL Lane Truck and Auto, JLLaneTruckandAuto.com. If you're in the market for a new car, school just beginning tomorrow, you're tired of getting up every morning, taking your kids to school, especially your seniors, they're old enough to drive now. I want you to give this number a call, 272-4313. 272-4313, and see if Mr. Lane and Steve over there can hook you guys up with a well-kept, a sound, pre-loved car. I don't even say used, pre-loved car. Okay, you might want to check them out. Okay, they got online inventory. All you gotta do is go to JLLaneTruckandAuto.com, and you'll see all of the inventory. They got a beautiful Lexus. I've been trying to sell this Lexus like for a month and a half now. So somebody, okay, go check it out. It's a nice car. It really is, inside and outside. All of these cars have undergone rigorous inspections and rigorous inspections to make sure there's nothing wrong with it. You don't have to worry about, once you drive it off the lot, you can be assured that this car has been checked out to be safe for you. You can even send your mother over there to buy a car. Okay, I wouldn't normally send my mom, but you can send your mom over there to buy a car. I would trust them with your mother, your sister, your wife, anybody to do a great job with them. So that number again is 272-4313. Now, you can buy there and you can pay there, which is a great deal, because you don't have to kiss the ring of Montgomery County's credit bureau. Now you have to do that. Yeah, you can go over there and they'll hook you up. Just sit down, Be honest with them, what you can do, what you can't do, and they'll work with you. I promise you, they'll work with you. If there's any way possible that you can get an automobile, they will put you in one. Okay, that number again is 272-4313. Pay here, buy here. You'll love these guys. Do great work. Okay, if I can send my mother over there, you can send your mother over there. Okay, I'm just saying, good folks. Okay, I'm just saying, you might want to look that up. Anyway, they're located at 208 Gun Road. 208 Gun Road. Ask for Steve. And anybody out there can get it for really a great people. I've been doing business with Miss Lane now for 10, 15 years now. Okay, that's right. Half the time I've been in this city. Good folks. All right then. Good morning. How's everybody doing? All right. Now here's my suggestion. Okay. Here's what I don't even want to talk about Biden. I don't even want to talk about Biden. You know, they actually believe. Now listen. They actually believe that spending more money is going to stop inflation. Okay. Now they actually believe that. Milton Friedman, who's one of the most preeminent economists in the history of America, said that it is not the local businessman that causes inflation. It is not the local businessman that causes products and for goods and services, prices for goods and services to get out of control. No, it's government. It is when you keep producing more money with nothing to back the money up. That creates inflation. Okay. Now here's my thing. I'm just wondering when Americans going to get mad, because everybody's okay with them spending all this money until you figure out. And now I'm hearing that gas, that our natural gas, everything's going up even more. So what is going to happen when people can no longer afford to stay in their own home and they're working more hours, they're doing all the things they must do? What is going to happen? Well, it's going to be the late, great USA is what it's going to be. I'm telling you, the best thing we can do, in my mind, and it's in my mind, the best thing we can do is get Democrats out of the White House. Now, I'm not so sure, and I have to tell you, I'm not so sure that the Republicans have the temerity, have the courage to do what needs to be done either. Yeah, I'm not so sure. But at some point, we all gonna have a can on the side of the road, because the little money that we getting, it won't be worth anything. Okay, because everything keeps going up and up and up and up and up. And after all, you're going to look in your pocket, not going to be anything left in it. You can't keep producing money and expect it to maintain its value. Now, I went to sleep in that class, but even I know that, because you know what happens when they keep producing money? The guy on the other side keeps trying to get more of your money. Okay, I'm just telling you, there's something wrong. But anyway, let me digress. So I was thinking over the weekend, okay, how can we make school a more sophisticated and more proud member, the people who are involved in it, a proud member of our society? And I came up with it. I mean, this is not the only thing that we should do, but I believe this one thing that if we did this, it would change the paradigm in all schools across America. All schools, if we just change. But let's just start here in Montgomery. Okay. Now here is my solution. Here's my solution. On Fridays, and this is on Friday, every school should have their own jacket. Every school, like the football players got their jacket. They get their jacket, right? And they call a letter. I didn't get one, so I didn't. They wouldn't let me on the team. I tried, but they just wouldn't let a brother on the team. So, but you ever notice how proud they are to wear those jackets around school? It says I accomplished something. I was the best of something. I was part of a group that was the best at what we do. So here's what I'm thinking, and I'm going to run this by our superintendent. Every school should have its own jacket, okay, with the school emblem on it, and those jackets should be worn every Friday by the seniors in that school. So when I walk in that school and I'm walking around, I know a senior immediately by him wearing that jacket. And you make him wear it. Okay, you make them wear it. Now some people may not be one to afford it, and maybe we have to work. Maybe we could do something and give those who couldn't afford the jacket a jacket. But what say you? We got to bring back some pride in what we do. So I think all seniors, whatever school you go to, seniors now should wear their jacket just like the basketball players and the football players and the sport and the athletes. Give these guys a reason, because nowadays it seems to be hard to get to the 12th grade. Okay, it seems to be hard to get to the 12th grade. And I think the teachers ought to wear their jackets on Friday too, because they are the leaders of our school. And I think they ought to wear their jackets too, to be proud of the school in which they represent. I just think it's a great idea, and we could always do some, because I see the football players on the road the other day. I seen lead football players the other day on the road the other day trying to collect money for the football team, which I got no problem with that, but I don't just give my money away free. I ask them a question they ought to know the answer to, and as long as they get the answer, I give them some money. Okay, forget that free stuff. Okay, you got to earn this dollar. Dollar's hard to come by. Anyway, 860-1440. I just think every school, every high school ought to have its own jacket. And you wear those jackets on Fridays to represent the leadership position as a 12th grader in our public school that you represent. I just think what a great idea. You know, what a great, I mean, because our football players, they like wearing their stuff. They ought to, because, you know, everybody can't play football. Well, everybody can't get A's and B's in school either. I'm just saying, I think it's a great idea. So what say you? And not only that, when I walk into your school, I know who's a senior. By just walking down the hall, I know. And hopefully, if you put a jacket on these folks, they'll act that way too. You know, they'll act that way. You know, and I don't think on Fridays seniors should have to wear the stupid uniform to the school. I don't think they have to wear that. As long as they got their jacket on, they don't have to wear the uniform. They can wear whatever they want to wear, but they have to have their jacket on. They don't want to wear their jacket, then that means they wear the uniform of the day of the school. Okay, I'm just thinking. I just think it is such a, you know, and it gives, you know, because if you're a senior in high school, you don't want to be treated like a junior or a sophomore or a freshman. I mean, you're on the way out the door. You know, you're on the way out the door. You're about ready to go get a job or join the military or do something. But you're becoming into manhood now. I just think it is such a, and why not give them the honor and the privilege that goes with that position? Okay, I'm just thinking. So anyway, maybe I'll get with my school board member and we'll see how we can work that out. Okay. Okay. Who's this? Good morning. Who's this? Oh, okay. My bad. You know, I can't hear that. I don't know how you guys hear that. But okay. Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah. So what's up? Okay. Yeah, me too. Yeah, me too. Yeah, we all. Yeah, okay, that's true. Mm-hmm. They have structure. Mm-hmm. Discipline. Discipline. Absolutely. Absolutely. And we've made every excuse, and we have made every excuse we possibly can for the lack of it. I'm hoping this new superintendent brings some semblance of it back. And I just think, but you got to give people pride in where they are. You know, you gotta give them a reason to be proud of the organization that they happen to be a part of. Police departments people, they're proud of what they do. Army, Air Force, Marines, we all wear uniform, we're all disciplined, and we have, everybody can't be what we are, what you are. Everybody can't be a policeman. Everybody can't be a Marine. Everybody can't be a football player. But whatever we can be, we need to be the best at it, except for crew. Yeah. Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. It worked, and it has worked. Right? It always has, and it always will. I just don't understand where we got this attitude. Is that where this attitude came from? We don't have to hold people accountable. I just don't get that part. Where did that come from? In your business. That's right. Mm-hmm. Okay. Uh-huh. Right. Oh. Oh man. Okay. Okay. I agree with you. Sometimes you listen to big wreck. Okay. Oh, interesting. Good morning. Hello. Good morning, Ed. I'm doing fine. right there, Mr. Ed. Let me check. Let me see. This one next. This one next. Okay. Good morning. Who's this? Yes.
How you doing?
Fine.
I was just thinking. Wanted to catch you. We all have ideas of what we think should happen. And I said I was going to run this by you. Some other things I want to run by you. I listened to a white preacher this morning. He said it seemed like the church is connected from the head, which he was saying that they fell away from Jesus Christ, and that's one of our main issues. Said, but Jesus is still there, and that's what's going on in our society. When I, being a minister, I see a lot of things. Regardless of what the naysayers say, you understand what I'm saying? So heaven, we didn't go to church no more. You say you go once in a while. I go to church every Sunday. I never stopped going to church when the Christ came by. I kept going to church. I got real sick too, but I never stopped going to church. They wouldn't let me preach. Well, I couldn't preach because I was sick, but I kept going to church. But what I really call you about, what Tebow was saying. You know what I thought about when I heard Tebow? You know what I thought about when Tebow was talking about that, don't you? You can imagine, right?
No, I know. What were you thinking about?
And we can hear you now. You remember he said that man, that little girl was walking and he run the mother away and he wouldn't touch it, wouldn't do this and wouldn't do that. I guess he claimed to be a Christian. And I compare that and I parallel that with these people that we've been trying to touch about all these people in prison being mistreated and abused. And I don't understand why it don't bother them. They don't even say anything. Even we had, like you said, Nonisa. You spoke on that. 8 people got killed in that. That's just one prayer now. Kim can give you the figure on all the rest of them. Now a lot of them got killed in other prayers on that thing. And people hearts have grown so cold. That's why I said it connected from the head. And then you have some of these people that try to come and defend the prison. A lot of them, they were working for the prison. I think some of the inmates whooped them up and run them away out of there. They killed somebody and then beat somebody up and they had to leave. You know what I'm saying? So that's why they don't have nothing good to say about the prison system. But that's their thing. I don't have no problem. But I thought about it when Tebow was saying that. And I asked somebody the other day, Ken, do you think those people that love one being killed and they don't say nothing, and why would somebody do they go in there to die like that? Do they go in there to be stabbed? Your police friend, next time he come on, I know when he was working at the police department, at the sheriff's department, different one, when they kill those people in the jail and stuff like, I mean, how do they feel? Can they go home and sleep at night real good? What you think?
I one of the sad things, and we've noticed that between just about every public official we ask the question to, the most prevalent answer that we get from anybody that we ask the question to, where there's not a whole lot I can do about it. So I'm just trying to figure out who has the authority to do something about some of the things that go on. If nobody can do anything about it, why are we paying people $50,000 a year and more for a part-time job? I'm perplexed. I got to hold the governor responsible for all these deaths in prison. She ultimately is the person in charge. Yeah. Yeah, I had a problem with that too. If this person's family said, you know what, we want you to commute your sentence to life in prison, I don't know. I think that ought to be, if that's the last wish of the family, then yeah, 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 yeah. And I think the governor needs to come out and address this issue with all these killings in our prisons.
Radio 1440.
Sponsored by Blindster. Need new blinds or shades? Blindster.com offers custom-made blind shades and shutters shipped directly to you at prices less than big box retailers. Blindster blinds are easy to install and guaranteed to fit. And right now, save 45% off any order. Just use code RADIO at checkout. Blindster.com.
Friday is here, and we got a lot of sunshine to go along with the last day of the work week. It comes with mid-90 temperatures, though, and not a whole lot of relief in the rain department. Maybe an isolated shower or storm possible today, but most of you are dry. Slightly better odds of seeing rain Saturday, but the weekend is not a washout. We do, though, see about a 60% coverage as we head into your Sunday. So average highs over the next couple of days, hanging in the seasonable low and mid-90s, and pop-up showers and storms are possible much of next week as well. And that's your first alert forecast. I'm WSFA meteorologist Amanda Curran on News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic, brought to you by Brubaker Motors. It's better at Brubaker on News Radio 1440.
Hello, Montgomery. Right now, things are looking good. Nothing's being reported by the authorities that would send you on an alternate route. Keep listening. We'll keep you posted. It's back to school time at Premier Place. And after shopping, you can eat at Poblano's, King Buffet, or Sweet Frog frozen yogurt. It's all at Premier Place in Prattville, another great McClinton and Company development. Buckle up. It's the law. For Montgomery Skywatch traffic, this is Major Delay.
Why are you driving around town on those old bald tires? Do you like living dangerously? Say no to old, bald, and dangerous. For all your tire needs, Chico's Auto Pros, 239-9510.
Trustworthy, up-to-date, dependable. We are your news station. News Radio 1440.
This is a court-ordered notice. If you were subject to the data breaches of the United States Office of Personnel Management and you experienced an out-of-pocket loss after the breaches, you could be eligible for a payment from a class action settlement. To see if you're eligible, go to opmdatabreach.com or call 1-855-917-3567. That's opmdatabreach.com or call 1-855-917-3567.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Are you hungry? Are you ready to eat now? Then head on over to Bojangles in Eastchase. Bojangles has you covered for breakfast, lunch, and dinner all day, every day. Get a hot breakfast with homemade fluffy biscuits, bacon, grits, and eggs, or grab the Bo Chicken Sandwich combo for lunch. And on your way home, make the family happy with an 8-piece of the best chicken around. Wash it all down with ice cold sweet tea. And don't forget dessert, because a sweet potato pie is back. Get to Bojangles now, because it's Bo time. 9066 Eastchase Parkway. And right now, you can take advantage of a Bojangles sweet deal. Just visit this radio station's website and click on Sweet Deals. You can get $50 to spend at Bojangles for just $25. That's right, for just $25, you can get $50 to spend at Bojangles in Eastchase. But you've got to hurry. These deals go fast. Just visit this radio station's website and click on Sweet Deals for your Bojangles deal.
There's a threat targeting America. One that's growing fast, but may still be hard to see. Lyme disease. Spread by tiny ticks, often smaller than the head of a pin. This dangerous disease is now more widespread than West Nile, tuberculosis, and HIV/AIDS. combined. And if left untreated, it can lead to arthritis, facial paralysis, and even memory and concentration problems, often called brain fog. As the threat of Lyme disease grows to more than 300,000 projected cases each year, it's time for us to target Lyme disease. That means checking for ticks when you've been outside, even in your own backyard. It means seeing a doctor if you experience the symptoms of Lyme disease, which can include joint pain, flu-like symptoms, fever, fatigue, or sometimes a bullseye-shaped rash. Set your sights on stopping Lyme. Learn how you can target Lyme disease at targetlyme.org. Brought to you by the Stephen and Alexandra Cohen Foundation and this station.
Telling it like it really is.
That's the fact, Jack!
It's the Dan Bongino Show, weekdays from 11 to 2 on News Radio 1440.
All righty then. And don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, now you may need this is for the guys. Yeah, really, this is for you guys. You know, do you feel like you got low energy? Do you feel like your libido is gone? What used to work just don't work that way anymore? Well, you may have, I'm not saying you do, but you may have low T, which is low testosterone. You may have that. And that's the chemical in the body, in the man's body, that makes a man a man. Unless he don't want to be a man anymore. But that's a whole different show. So Montgomery Men's Health has a program right now. For $99, you can come over there, you can get a testosterone test and a PSA to make sure your prostate's working good and all that other good stuff. You know, I mean, like if it takes you like a half hour to get rid of a little water, then you may need to go see him. But anyway, 440-3663. Okay. Now you remember not so long ago when you were young, you know, nobody could top you. Nobody could stop you. You were the man. As a matter of fact, when we looked in the dictionary, we saw a picture of you. That picture's been long gone, okay? Because you and your T, okay? So you got high T and low T. Now I got high T, okay? I got a high T because I'm the man, okay? But not all of you do, okay? Not all of you do. So you need to go over there and get it checked out. And you don't wait months to get the thing, but in a couple of days, you'll find out where your T is, okay? Okay, and that $99, when is the last time you spent $99 to change your life? Most of the time we spend $99, we don't even get any change back. Okay, I'm just saying this will change your life, low T. So remember, here's the number, 440-3663. And I went over there, I got it good, and I walked out of there, they all wanted to be me. Okay, they all did. They were clapping their hands and all kind of things. They never seen the guy coming up with such high T. I know, I understand. I understand. You know, but you know, when you're a paratrooper, there are things you can do that other guys just can't do. And I'm just telling you, okay? Even Marines can't do what paratroopers can do, unless that Marine happens to be a paratrooper like me. Okay? So give them a call, 440-3663, 440-3663. Wait till they open, set up that appointment, and I'm telling you, it's the best $99 you have ever spent. Okay? Change your life. Change the way you see life. I'm just saying, you might want to do that. All righty then. All right, let me stop my music thing there. Good. See, I'm gonna get all this stuff squared away. I said, give me 2 weeks, and I'll have the issues that I got going on sometimes squared away. Good morning. Who's this? Yes. Too many. Too many. Well, it doesn't make any difference. It doesn't make any difference. Why should you die in prison, homicide and not? Wait. Well, most of the death in prison, a bunch of them are. A bunch of them are. Yeah, I do. They get stabbed. I do. If one person gets stabbed in prison, okay. First of all, if one person gets killed in prison, that's one too many. And a couple of weeks ago, about 7 people died in a week. A few of them have. They've been. Well, I don't need to name them. Yeah. No. So what now? Well, they wear them during football season. I know that. Well, we could get we can get things paid for we want to pay for. We always can. It'll just be SOP. Well, let me ask something. So what's your suggestion? Everybody suggests that. Yeah. Well, I think people do. Yeah. Well, I don't think you get to do that now, do you? Well, no. Well, I wouldn't know, but again, what? Well, I'm not a medical doctor, so I just merely gave my opinion. Yes. Well, that's not what they say. Okay, well, so let me get this right. Wait a minute. So let me get this right. If you have low testosterone, isn't that the opposite of high testosterone? Yeah. Well, I'm not in the doctor field either. I don't know how you get it up, but they evidently. No, I said it. What I said was it can change your life if you get your testosterone up. Well, that's what you call Montgomery Men's Health. I'm not a doctor. Okay, well then that's up to you. I'm good. Some people don't have a regular doctor. It's not wrong. You either have low T. You either have low. Well, I'm not a doctor. That's why I give you their number, which is 440-3663. Okay then. Good morning. Who's this? I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. Oh, okay. I think. Okay, what's Monday? Well, let me check on that, and I appreciate you bringing that to my attention. All right, appreciate it. Good morning. Who's this? Okay, now, see, it's getting. See, I'm tempted to go with only new callers next hour. I'm tempted, but we'll be back. 860-1440 is the number here. You can text me 241-9998 if you want to. 241-9998. We'll be right back. Everybody's a critic. Everybody's a critic. I got your critic right here. We'll be back.
Your WSFA First Alert Weather Forecast on News Radio 1440.
Sponsored by Blindster. Do you need new blinds or shades? Blindster.com offers custom-made blinds, shades, and shutters shipped directly to you at prices less than big box retailers. Blindster blinds are easy to install and guaranteed to fit. Don't overpay for new blinds. Shop Blindster today and save big. Blindster.com.
Friday is here, and we got a lot of sunshine to go along with the last day of the work week. It comes with mid-90 temperatures, though, and not a whole lot of relief in the rain department. Maybe an isolated shower or storm possible today, but most of you are dry. Slightly better odds of seeing rain Saturday, but the weekend is not a washout. We do, though, see about a 60% coverage as we head into your Sunday. So average highs over the next couple of days, hanging in the seasonable low and mid-90s, and pop-up showers and storms are possible much of next week as well. And that's your first alert forecast. I'm WSFA meteorologist Amanda Curran on News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Brubaker Motors. It's better at Brubaker on News Radio 1440.
Hello, Montgomery. Right now, things are looking good. Nothing's being reported by the authorities that would send you on an alternate route. Keep listening. We'll keep you posted. It's back to school time at Premier Place. And after shopping, you can eat at Poblano's, King Buffet, or Sweet Frog Frozen Yogurt. It's all at Premier Place in Prattville, another great McClinton and Company development. Buckle up. It's the law. For Montgomery Skywatch traffic, this is Major Delay.
Why are you driving around town on those old ball tires? Do you like living dangerously? Say no to old, bald, and dangerous. For all your tire needs, Chico's Auto Pros, 239-9510.
What is that? What is that?
It's air. Definitely air. It's air for sure.
Would someone like some, I don't know, buy it?
You want to sell air?
So, you think you can sell air? Do we have a job for you? Cumulus Media is looking for a great account executive. We offer full-time positions with great benefits, a fun working environment, and the best air in the industry on air and online.
Visit newsradio1440.com for details.
Your local radio stations are here for you. No subscriptions or monthly fees necessary. We're here to give you the news, weather, and traffic you need and the music you love. But if the foreign-owned record labels get their way, it could stop the music. They want Congress to force radio stations to pay them more money simply to play their music. Don't let radio go silent. Text LOCAL to 52886 and tell Congress to protect local radio stations. This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
Ron's Roofing knows that when a storm damages your roof, it's hard to know what to do next. Easy. Rely on the most trusted and recognized roofing name, Ron's Roofing. They'll help protect you from the next storm. Ron's Roofing understands that your roof is your home's first line of defense. That's why they work with all insurance companies to ensure that your home is protected from any unexpected storms. A job won't get the Ron's Roofing name on it unless it's done right. Visit ronsroofing.com or call 215-0070.
The thought of my sons growing up without me inspired me to quit smoking.
I talked to my doctors, and then I threw away all my cigarettes, ashtrays, and lighters.
I started exercising instead of smoking.
Getting support from friends online kept me on track.
Staying away from alcohol when I was first quitting was key.
Instead of smoking after I ate, I'd get up and take a walk.
I missed having a cigarette in my hand, so I'd hold a pen or a straw, anything.
Until I knew I wouldn't give in to temptation, I spent more time with my friends who didn't smoke.
I went to places that were smoke-free.
I didn't stay quit the very first time I tried.
I kept on trying, and I learned something each time.
Do whatever it takes.
No matter how many times it takes.
I quit.
I quit.
I quit.
We did it, so can you.
You can quit. For free help, call 1-800-QUIT-NOW. A message from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and CDC.
Tired of the endless bickering and name-calling of most political talk shows?
Seriously, shut up.
That's why Caleb Colquitt hosts Tactics on the News Radio 1440 Facebook page and YouTube. As a national debate finalist and minister, Caleb uses simple reason to make solid arguments and teaches you how to do the same. Watch the Tactics podcast Monday through Thursdays at 6 p.m. online, or listen to the Best Of show Saturday mornings at 9 on News Radio 1440. Depend on it. Telling it like it really is.
That's the fact, Jack.
It's the Dan Bongino Show, weekdays from 11 to 2 on News Radio 1440.
The time on the clock says it is 7:50 in the morning, 10 minutes to the hour of 8 o'clock. Everybody's a critic. Okay, so I looked up the PSA thing, and I thought I knew what it was, but I'm okay. So here's the PSA test, what it is. The PSA test is a blood test used primarily to screen for prostate cancer. Okay, the test measures the amount of prostate-specific antigens in your blood. PSA is a protein produced by both cancerous and non-cancerous tissue in the prostate, a small gland that sits below the bladder in males. Okay, so that's what it does. Okay, PSA. So it tests for an antigen. Exactly what all that stuff means, I don't know. You know, I flunked out of medical school. So I didn't worry about that. But I can tell you what a computer does. Most parts of a computer, I can tell you. Okay. Yeah, think about it. The human body is a lot like a computer. Input, output, and it's a lot like a computer. Kind of like a car. A car is kind of like a human body too. Cars, computers, they all work pretty much the same way. You got to put something in it to get something out of it, whatever the case may be. And at 7:51 in the morning, our numbers are 860-1440 is the number you want to give us a call up, talk to what's ever on your mind this morning. Stacey Adams, who's running for the governor of the state of Alabama, says that her faith gave her anti-abortion views that changed when she went to college. So she, another one of those intellectuals, I guess, that figure if you go to college, college supersedes what you know to do is right or wrong. And again, I don't know what religion will ever tell you that it's okay to kill children. I mean, that's probably a religion that I probably wouldn't want to follow. And the funny thing about, and I don't know why we just can't get off this conversation, but the funny thing about everybody who supports abortion, the funny thing about it, like Ronald Reagan said, they're alive. That's all I got to hear. I mean, that's all I got to hear. I don't know. I mean, I could never vote for anybody unless it is for the safety and welfare of the mother. Other than that, I mean, especially when you can put a child up for adoption. There are a bunch of folks in the church I go to. There are a bunch of people who have taken disabled children, who have taken different colored children, and raising them as their own. So there's always somebody out there that wants a kid. But to kill the child, I mean, I wouldn't vote for her if she's the only person on the dog. I mean, what God in heaven would say kill your children? What God in heaven wants you to abort your child? So she got intellectual on me here. She went to school and she figured out that her religion was no longer beneficial to her because it didn't go against murdering your child. I just don't know how we as a nation lasted this long. Again, the Roger Mosley from the Magnum PI actor, he died at 83. Had a chance to meet him a couple of times while I was living in Hawaii. Kind of nice guy, but he really talked to unknowns like me. But I snuck up to him one time and talked to him anyway. Okay. Also, downtown burglary at a downtown restaurant, Bibb Street Pizza, I think is what it is. Somebody wants to go through the roof there. I tell you, we really need a dog in there and take a bite out of crime. I'm so tired of people. I mean, just ripping people's businesses off. Again, I don't know where the chief and the mayor is on this, but I'm just saying we need to get rid of this so-called 21st century policing methodology. We just need to get rid of it. We need to have a phone book and knock somebody upside the head. I mean, as long as it ain't me, of course. We need to get tough on crime. We need to cane people. So here's what I got. Here's my suggestion. Next baseball season, when baseball season starts again in October, on the 7th inning stretch, we ought to give prisoners who do misdemeanor things an opportunity to be caned in front of everybody. Yeah, be caned. But you don't go to jail. You just, okay, we cover your face so nobody sees who you are, and then we put the wood to you. Okay, we bend you over the rail and we put the wood to you. We cover your head like the axe man do when he get ready to cut your head off. We don't do that. We don't want to cut your head off, but we just need to, we really need to put some wood on you. Okay, that seems to be the only thing that's going to stop people from breaking in people's homes and stealing their stuff. So I say bring back caning the same way they do in Singapore. You ever notice that guy they caned for breaking those people's windows and stuff? Yeah, he didn't do it anymore. So I'm thinking we need a punishment called caning, okay? And on doing the Biscuits baseball, the 7th inning stretch, while the boys take a break, we just bend them over the pole and put the wood to them, okay? I mean, if you're gonna act like kids, we probably need to we hide their face. We put a bag over their head so we don't see, so we don't know who they are, and we put the wood. I'm thinking about 5 good swats ought to do it. You know, about 5 good swats, and you got one of those paddles like with holes in them, like in school. You know, with holes in them. Okay. Now you don't make them butt naked. You put them down to the underwear and you put the wood on them. Okay. About 5 good times. And if it's really bad, you give them 10. Okay. But I guarantee you, they probably won't want to do what they did before. I'm just thinking we might want to think about a new alternative way of punishment rather than putting people in the prison and certainly putting people in the prison that's all hot. But you know, I'm just thinking. I mean, I don't know. You know, and the guy talking about. Well, you know, most guys that I listen to that get killed in prison, they have been killed. I mean, most of them just ain't died. They've been stabbed, cut, shanked, all kinds of things in prison. You know, but that's okay. That guy is crazy anyway. Okay, he's crazy anyway. Okay, so anyway, and I do think the governor needs to come out and talk about this. I mean, and if she don't know what's going on, then we need a new governor. Okay, she needs to come out and tell us how can people's loved ones end up dying in prison and they're not on the death penalty roll. I don't even believe in the death penalty anymore. I mean, too often, too many people have been killed, and we find out 10 years later, oh, they really didn't do it. They were convicted before there was DNA evidence. You know, I'm not even for the death penalty. I do think there ought to be severe consequences when you take people's lives, but I don't know if killing people is the answer. Does it stop? Because most people kill people in a moment of passion. You know, they don't really mean to do it. Well, I'm hoping they don't mean to do it anyway, but they do it anyway. So anyway, so much for that. Okay, what else is going on? Tomorrow's first day of school. I cannot wait. I cannot wait to the stories that I hear about what's going on. But I'm gonna give them a week because you know you gotta sort of ferret out the good, the bad, and the evil in school, okay? And come this fall, they are going to figure out once and for all what the argument against trans youth treatment ban is. Now, first of all, there's no such thing as a trans anybody. It's a lie from the pits of hell. There's no such thing as trans youth. There's no such thing as a trans female or a trans male. You are what you are, what you're born at. There ain't no such thing. Nobody ever turned themselves from one sex to the other, one gender to the other. Nobody's ever done it. Okay? Nobody has ever done it. But listen, I'm a reasonable guy. So you come up here, you show me that I'm lying, and I'll quit my job. Okay? I just want to know one person that was born a male, okay, that turned themselves into a female, or vice versa. I just want to see one. That's it. Just give me one, and I'll shut up about it. I won't ever say another word about it. Okay, no such thing. Now, what you think you are, I'm good with that. You got a right to think whatever you want to think. But this crap about I'm a transgender, I'm tired. That's a lie from the pits of hell. You were born a male, you'll always be a male.
Class FA 12 News Update on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, I'm Jed Davis. Here's what's happening in the news on this Friday. We start with some health news. The Biden administration has declared monkeypox a public health emergency. This move allows the government to step up its response to the monkeypox outbreak, allowing access to emergency funds and accelerating vaccine distribution. So far, more than 6,600 cases have been reported in the U.S., 19 cases in Alabama. A Russian judge has sentenced WNBA star Brittany Griner to 9 years in prison. She pleaded guilty to drug smuggling and possession charges. Police say they found less than a gram of cannabis oil in her luggage at the Moscow airport. President Biden has called this sentence, quote, unacceptable. Happening later today, it's the biggest party in the South kicking off in Coleman County. Rock the South will bring thousands of people from across the country to gather for a country music festival. The two big headlining artists this year are the band Alabama and Morgan Wallen. The two-day event ends on Saturday. That's your news on this Friday. I'm Jed Davis in the newsroom.
News Radio 1440, WLWI AM, the home of the Dan Bongino Show. Also on 95.1 HD3 FM, Montgomery.
This is CBS News on the Hour, presented by Liberty Mutual Insurance.
Deborah Rodriguez. President Biden will be headed out on his first road trip since he was diagnosed with COVID a couple of weeks ago. He's planning to visit parts of Appalachia, where at least 37 people died in massive flooding, and there is more heavy rain on the way. Meteorologist Craig Allen with our affiliate WCBS.
Across the Ohio River Valley from lower Ohio right down through already hard-hit, devastated sections of eastern Kentucky and on into eastern Tennessee, sections of West Virginia, western Virginia, and western sections of North Carolina.
More extreme heat is expected from the Pacific Northwest to the Northeast. Democrats are hoping legislation just passed in the Senate will help bolster President Biden's approval ratings ahead of the midterm elections. Correspondent Ed O'Keefe is at the White House.
Polls won't give us a sense of whether this worked or not until about Labor Day. The top concern for voters remains the economy and inflation. None of this legislation provides any immediate relief.
The next bill is aimed at tackling climate change and raising taxes on big corporations. 3 white men in Georgia will be sentenced again for chasing and murdering a black jogger.
Father and son Greg and Travis McMichael and their neighbor William Ronnie Bryan face possible life sentences after a jury convicted them in February. Jurors concluded they targeted 25-year-old Ahmaud Arbery in 2020 merely because he was black. The 3 men have already received life sentences in a Georgia state court for Arbery's murder. Jim Crusilda, CBS News.
Police in Albuquerque, New Mexico believe they may be dealing with a serial killer after 4 Muslim men were shot dead, one of them while attending a funeral for the other 2 victims. Mayor Tim Keller.
We have members of our Muslim community who are afraid to participate in everyday activities that they should never be afraid to do. Things like shopping, things like praying, things like going to school.
Police have released photos of a car they believe may be connected to the case. After almost 3 days of violence, a ceasefire appears to be holding between Israel and Palestinian militants. Emmanuel Fabian, military correspondent for the Times of Israel, tells the BBC.
Once the leader of Islamic Jihad in northern Gaza and the threat of the attack on the border was essentially removed, then the only goals left was to prevent further rocket fire on Israel.
A new study from the University of Southern California shows gum, lozenges, and candy with nicotine are a big hit with teenagers. They're actually nicotine flavored. They are now the second most used behind e-cigarettes. They're not FDA approved because they contain no actual tobacco. S&P futures up 27. This is CBS News.
Liberty Mutual customizes your car and home insurance, so you only pay for what you need. Visit libertymutual.com to learn more.
You know, it's true. Difficult times have a way of focusing us. We have to think about what matters most when it comes to our spending, our health care. No doubt. This is why so many people are joining Medi-Share right now. Medi-Share is a trusted way to save up to 50% on your monthly health care costs. More than 400,000 people have already made the switch. It's pretty obvious why, too, especially now during this challenging season with healthcare costs and out-of-pocket expenses going up. Medi-Share can save you a lot of money. The typical family saves $500 a month. And Medi-Share is a Christian healthcare sharing ministry that's worked beautifully for 27 years. There are different options to choose from to fit your budget. I'll give you the number here in a second, and if you call, you can get a price within 2 minutes. Maybe now is the perfect time to make the switch and start saving. Here you go. Call 866-88-BIBLE. That's 866-88-BIBLE. 866-88-BIBLE.
The public is getting its first look in 4 centuries at a sunken treasure.
In 1656, the Spanish galleon Nuestra Senora de las Maravillas sank after hitting a reef in the Bahamas. All but 50 of the 650 people on board went down with the ship, along with its cargo of coins and jewelry and other historic objects. Much of the treasure was recovered in the centuries that followed, but technological breakthroughs in this century have allowed the recovery of thousands more artifacts, including cannons, anchors, precious jewels, and silver and gold coins. And they've just gone on display in a new museum in the Bahamas. Vicki Barker, CBS News, London.
His family says actor Roger E. Mosley has died from injuries sustained in a car crash in L.A. last week. Mosley played helicopter pilot T.C. Calvin in 1980 series Magnum P.I. with Tom Selleck. Mosley was 83 years old. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Are you prepared for more severe food shortages? It's likely that over the next year, serious food shortages will plague us. American farmers are dealing with insane diesel fuel prices and fertilizer shortages, which will lower crop yields. And that means your family's favorite foods will be in short supply while high prices. Inflation is the new norm, folks. It's time to act before things get even worse. Go to mypatriotsupply.com. You'll find Ready Hour emergency food kits from My Patriot Supply that last up to 25 years in storage. Each kit provides over 2,000 calories a day to keep your energy up. Order your emergency food kits today by going to mypatriotsupply.com. Your food ships fast and arrives in unmarked boxes. Listen, there are ways to beat food shortages. When you're ready for real preparedness, make sure to look for Ready Hour foods from My Patriot Supply. Go to mypatriotsupply.com right now. mypatriotsupply.com.
Waiting was such a mistake. That's one of the things we hear most after we've successfully treated one of our patients for erectile dysfunction. At Montgomery Men's Health, we want you to know first and foremost that waiting is a mistake, because the longer you wait, the more difficult it can be to treat your ED. Using what you've got is important, not just for your relationship, but for your overall health. There's some truth to the phrase, if you don't use it, you'll lose it. At Montgomery Men's Health, we'll fight for your ability to consistently perform without the anxiety that so many men experience. In fact, you might even find you performing like you haven't in a long time. We only treat ED and low T at Montgomery Men's Health, and we successfully treated many men with protocols that are effective in nearly 90% of cases. We also have a full complement of treatments, including acoustic wave therapy, so you get the one that works best for you. So don't wait, make an appointment. For just $99, you get a medical consultation, blood work, and a medically advised test goes. Call today, 334-440-3663. That's 334-440-3663, or go to MontgomeryMen'sHealth.com.
Are you hungry? Are you ready to eat now? Then head on over to Bojangles in East Chase. Bojangles
Mr. Bojangles.
All day, every day. Get a hot breakfast with homemade fluffy biscuits, bacon, grits and eggs, or grab the Bo Chicken Sandwich combo for lunch. And on your way home, make the family happy with a piece of the best chicken around. Wash it all down with ice cold sweet tea. And don't forget dessert, because the sweet potato pie is back. Get to Bojangles now, because it's Bo time. 9066 East Chase Parkway. And right now, you can take advantage of a Bojangles sweet deal. Just visit this radio station's website and click on Sweet Deal. You can get $50 to spend at Bojangles for just $25. That's right, for just $25, you can get $50 to spend at Bojangles in East Chase. But you've got to hurry. These deals go fast. Just visit this radio station's website and click on Sweet Deals for your Bojangles deal.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/trial. That's ZipRecruiter.com/trial.
The economy is heading for a total disaster. The Fed must choose between a stock market and housing market crash or hyperinflation. Hi, this is Stephen K. Bannon, and I urge you to diversify your retirement savings into physical gold today. To help you get started, my friends at Birch Gold have created a free information kit on gold IRAs. To get your free copy, just text Safeguard to 989898. There's no obligation or purchase required. Again, that's Safeguard to 989898.
Is the voice of the conservative millennial. The Ben Shapiro Show, Monday night at 8 p.m. on News Radio 1440. Depend on it.
And welcome back, everybody. Hope this day finds you well. Let me tell you about the sponsor of our show, JL Lane Truck and Auto. JL Lane Truck and Auto, located at 208 Gun Road. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. Right here in the great city of Montgomery, Alabama. You can go down there and you can find one of the most preserved and some of the best pre-loved. We call them pre-loved cars because that's what they are. They are pre-loved cars. Okay? These are not used cars. These are pre-loved cars. These are cars that have been tested, that have been thoroughly and vigorously and rigorously looked at, checked to make sure that they are in good operating condition. So if you're ready to ride and you're tired of playing the buy a car today, take it back tomorrow kind of game with some car lot to give you, you might want to go see JL Lane Truck and Auto. They're located at 208 Gun Road. That's 208 Gun Road. Now you give them a call, 334-272-4313. And that's not a text line. You can't. That's a landline. You got to call them up. They want to hear your smiling voice. Okay, they don't want you to text them. Okay, so they need to talk to you in person, like they used to do it. Okay, so JL Lane Truck and Auto. You can feel free to go to the website JL Lane Truck and Auto right now, and you can get yourself a beautiful car, one that has been taken care of, and one they checked out, and you don't have to worry about bringing it back. Okay, once you got it, because there's anything wrong with it. Okay. And again, they'll work with you. If your credit's not so great, and you kind of stepped on it a few times, like we all have, they are willing to work with you if you need a car. Okay. As a matter of fact, if you go to JL Lane Truck and Auto right now, you can look at the inventory. Like right now on the whole thing right now, they got a nice Lexus 13.6. I mean, a nice car. Some more of the inventory. They got a Jeep Patriot, that Lexus RX 330. They got a Nissan Pathfinder. I kind of like that car. A Ford F-150. They got one of those. A Ford F-150 XL. Don't know what the XL stand for, but probably means it got something extra. A Lincoln Town Car. You tell me you want an Uber? Hey, listen, nothing like Ubering in a Lincoln. You can buy that car, make you. I mean, if I look outside, there's a guy in the Uber. There's an Uber guy in the Lincoln. I'm getting out there getting the car. I hope he got a Coca-Cola or something in there for me though. How about a Toyota 4Runner SRS? You can't beat that. Okay. How about a GMC Cane SLE? How about a Hyundai Accent GS? How about a Nissan Xterra SC? I mean, they got all kind of cars, and they got a 1998, a fine car, a 1998 Lincoln Continental. Now that right there is a classic. You need a car like that. So go to the website, okay, JL Lane Truck and Auto, okay, and you can be riding in this car this afternoon. You can be riding, be gone. Have a great time, all right? So give them a call. That number is 272-4313, 272-4313. Ask for Steve or Kathy, either or. And if they don't have it, okay, if they don't have what you're looking for, they can get it, okay? 272-4313 is the number. Good morning to you. Let's see now. I was talking about this one I gave. A federal appeals court will hear arguments in November over Alabama's efforts to outlaw the use of gender-affirming medications to treat transgender minors, which is no such thing as a transgender, but for some reason, politically, we want to act like it is. But there isn't. There's no such thing. Scientifically, there's no such thing. No such thing at all. Now, if your head's all screwed up and you think that's what you are, that's cool, because we got a right to think whatever we want to think. Alabama's asking the federal appeals court to lift an injunction and let it enforce a law that would make it a felony to give puberty blockers or hormones to transgender minors to help affirm their gender identity. And their gender identity is already affirmed. They're just trying to change it. The 11th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals has tentatively set arguments for the week of November 14th in Montgomery. U.S. District Judge Lyles Burke in May issued a preliminary injunction to stop the state from enforcing medication ban while lawsuit goes forward. I mean, just think about this for a second. Let's think about this for a second. We want to change nature. Now think about that for a second. Is that a reasonable position to take? Is that logical? We want to change nature. And I'm going to tell you something. You cannot change nature. All you can do is mess it up. And if you believe that we have diseases now we can't fix, wait till they start doing this all over America. If you believe that we have things that affect our psyche, affect our bodies, we got monkeypox and all this other crap. If you think that we got stuff going on now, wait till we get done trying to change a man into a woman and a woman into a man. Just sit back, get you some popcorn and some cheese, and see what is going to happen. Okay, see what's going to happen. Okay, I'm just telling you. That is a accident waiting for somewhere to happen. Now I'm willing to take on. I'm willing to listen to any argument that somebody can make that support this kind of nonsense. So I mean, who knows? You may can change my mind. I doubt it, but it's possible. Let me see who this is. Oh, good morning. Who's this? Yes, ma'am. Oh, pretty good.
Okay. I want to ask you this question. I don't know whether you remember Dora or not. You know, she was one of our principals in Fairfax, Virginia. She spoke to you at one time. You remember Dora Brooks?
I cannot say that I do, but
last night. Now, she goes into the prison there, and with she and a couple of the other men and all. Does anyone do anything for the prisoners here in the city other than trying to help them?
It does. Now I do know Hope Inspired Ministries. You know, they have a partnership with some of the work release programs, but I don't really. Besides Reverend Sankey, I don't know anybody that's that concerned about. And there may be. I just don't know them. No, not directly. I don't know. And again, because I don't know everything and everybody. So, but I wouldn't. Yeah, everybody's not. Everybody's not. Yeah, some people, right? Some people are not. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because it seems, Miss Van, it seems that if you are in prison, you are a scapegoat for all the problems and ills of society. And there are some people. Let's be serious. There are some people that belong there. But true. Well. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. They start tomorrow. Okay. Well, I'll let them know. All right. Thank you, ma'am. Here, well, okay. Let me take a break. There was a court case last week that I believe will have the effect on stifling free speech in America. And even though we don't agree with the speech, I think what happened to Alex Jones last week is deafening. It is, and I don't agree with Alex Jones 98% of the time. But I'll tell you about this when we come back. Do we want to find ourselves in America with the inability to say the things that we want to say? Free speech is not about people agreeing with everything you say. It is about protecting the speech yet you do not agree with. And it seems last week's, as far as I'm concerned, controversial trial, for the most part, is deafening. The things, and some of you guys can call in and give your what you think about what happened. I think it is a violation of the Constitution of the United States. Again, I don't like some of the things Alex Jones says. I don't. I think he's crazy sometimes. But free speech is not about the speech that you like and the speech that you want to hear. It's about the speech that you don't really like, and maybe you need to hear it. Anyway, we'll be back.
Montgomery Skywatch Traffic, brought to you by Brubaker Motors. It's better at Brubaker on News Radio 1440.
Sponsored by Kelly Blue Book. Kelly Blue Book Instant Cash Offer is an official offer to buy your car. Enter your vehicle ID info, answer some questions, then get a no-obligation offer to sell or trade it. Then choose a dealer to purchase your car. Schedule a time and drive away with confidence. For all of the hits, KBB.com.
Hello, Montgomery. Right now, things are looking good. Nothing's being reported by the authorities that would send you on an alternate route. Keep listening. We'll keep you posted. It's back to school time at Premier Place. And after shopping, you can eat at Poblano's, King Buffet, or Sweet Frog Frozen Yogurt. It's all at Premier Place in Prattville, another great McClinton and Company development. Buckle up. It's the law. For Montgomery Skywatch Traffic, this is Major Delay.
Why are you driving around town on those old bald tires? Do you like living dangerously? Say no to old, bald, and dangerous. For all your tire needs, Chico's Auto Pros, 239-9510.
Turn up your radio. Here's the Sean Hannity Morning Minute.
I know they're struggling with their own economic issues, but I don't see it the way he sees it. I think China has been building up their military. They want to be the dominant country on the face of the earth, and they've made no bones about it. They're doing it out in the open. And the saber rattling has been real and it's been consistent. And, the world ought to be taking note. Now, I go back to my theory. If you want to accept that China is now being this aggressive towards Taiwan, the way they were towards Hong Kong and the crackdown there, and they're going to fulfill their territorial ambitions, and Joe Biden's not going to lift a finger, nor is any other country going to lift a finger. So what is the best way to combat China? It's financially.
Check out the Sean Hannity radio show later today, right here.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate through the site within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. Just go to this exclusive web address, ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Stacking Benjamins with Joe and his good friend OG not only has great financial insight, it's laid back with humor too.
Joe and his gang.
How much extra do you need to account for the fudge factor, whether it's the market not behaving or inflation not behaving?
I was surprised, OG, that when you said fudge factor, Doug's eyes and ears didn't even perk up. Just set the fudge right out there and let Doug marinate in it. You're gonna have to rephrase that.
Stacking Benjamins. Listen wherever you get your podcasts.
Are you prepared for more severe food shortages? It's likely that over the next year, serious food shortages will plague us. American farmers are dealing with insane diesel fuel prices and fertilizer shortages, which will lower crop yields. And that means your family's favorite foods will soon be in short supply while fetching sky-high prices. Inflation is the new normal, folks. It's time to act before things get even worse. Go to MyPatriotSupply.com without delay. You'll find Ready Hour emergency food kits from My Patriot Supply that last up to 25 years in storage. Each kit provides over 2,000 calories a day to keep your energy up. Order your emergency food kits today by going to MyPatriotSupply.com. Your food ships fast and arrives in unmarked boxes. Listen, there are ways to beat food shortages. When you're ready for real preparedness, make sure to look for Ready Hour foods from My Patriot Supply. Go to MyPatriotSupply.com right now. MyPatriotSupply.com.
I got smart about mortgages, smart about college.
When it comes to your money, whatever you want to get smart about, you can find it at smartaboutmoney.org, a free online resource from the nonprofit National Endowment for Financial Education. Smartaboutmoney.org, the easy place to start when you want to get smart.
He's the voice of the conservative millennial.
Ben Shapiro.
The Ben Shapiro Show, tonight at 8 p.m. on News Radio 1440. Depend on it.
I just can't help.
I just can't help believing when you lie.
Okay, we're back. All right, here's my here's a big case that I don't know most of you heard last week. Alex Jones is actually the proprietor of a website called InfoWars, and he's a conspiratorial kind of guy. You know, he believes there's a conspiracy behind every door, every this and every that. But what got him in trouble this time was he had made some comments about what happened in Sandy Hook and about some children hadn't really died and blah 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 blah. I mean, dumb stuff. Anyway, so he was last week he lost a case, and that case was he was fined, sued for $45 million. Now, here's my problem with that. Even though I don't have any, I don't like most things he says. I'm not a conspiratorial theorist. I don't believe that everything is a conspiracy. However, there are some. But does that mean then why don't politicians why are they not held to the same standard when they lie to us? Okay. Why are they not held to the same standard? So it seems like in America now we are picking out the speech we want to punish if we disagree with it, and some speech we allow to continue on, because politicians lie to us all the time, and yet and still none of them get sued. I don't like the guy saying that. I mean, people lost their kids. They lost their kids. There were teachers who were harmed. There were all kinds of things. But I think that in America you have a right to say what people disagree with. And to lose $45 million, to get a $45 million, and that just one, he's got two more cases, two more things. So they're trying to put this guy out of business, make sure he never gets on the airways of America again. And because nobody's going to take a shot at him, coming on the airways. I think his insurance is only good for $2 million. So what say you? I mean, do we really want to stop people from thinking, even no matter how crazy it is? Do we want to stop talk show hosts from? Now, I try to be reasonable in my the things I ascertain. I try to at least make sure it has a little bit of logic and reason that's attached to it. Okay, so I'm just thinking, but do we really want to stop? Do we really want to start ruining people because we disagree with what they say? Good morning. Who's this? Hello. Okay, we already talked once, Ed. We done. Good morning. Who's this? Good morning. I'm doing fine. He wasn't in charge of the FBI, the CIA, or something? Yeah, one of them. Yeah. The name rings a bell, but I can't remember him at the moment. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you feel it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know. This is one of the. Let me see, turn it up. Do you still hear it? No. Yeah, keep talking. Well, but who gets the who? But our country, right? But think about it. Our country, our yeah. Well, should we? Well, should we? Right, but should the United? Mhm. But okay. Well, let me get a word in there. Should right? But let me. Okay, but this country, right? But can I get a word in here? So who's going? Wait a minute. So who's going to be the authority to say who gets to speak and who don't? You? But responsible for one. Right? Right? Mm-hmm. Well, the truth often is. Yeah. But our country's always been divided. We made a country out of the yeah. Brother, we became the United States because we wanted to divide from Britain. I mean, seriously, we right, but yeah, right, but we right, but we are nation, right? Yeah, I'm with you, brother. Okay, well, wait a minute, you tell your version of the truth. All right, yeah, and I'm with you. Right. I agree with you, but the First Amendment is not about the language that you want to hear. It's about the language that you don't want to hear. All right. We're talking about the First Amendment. But isn't that what the First Amendment protection is all about? Well, yeah, well, you know, listen, I think going to the moon was a hoax. But, yeah. All right. Appreciate it. I think going to the moon was a hoax. I don't know. Good morning. But hey, people got a right to say it if they believe it. Good morning. Pretty good. How are you?
Hobson just said some very interesting things, and I rarely disagree with him. You know, I've never listened to Alex Jones a single day of my life. I really never even knew who he was until you started talking about it. You know, and I started watching this court case. But Hobson said talk radio needs to be reined in.
Rein in freedom of speech. Yeah. Exactly. Mm-hmm. Well, again, I think this is going to have a chilling effect on free speech in our nation, big time. Again, I don't agree with Alex Jones, but he's got a right to say it. Chuck Harder, remember Chuck Harder? Chuck Harder was one of the best radio hosts in this country, but they didn't like what he said either. So they ran him out of business. And all that guy was doing was looking out after the interests of the citizens of the United States of America. He had an organization called For the People, but they didn't want it for the people. Yeah. No. And I think what he said was insensitive. Yeah. They were not. But again, now somebody just sent me. He said, "Now we have let's see," and I think I'm going to agree with the guy who just texted me. We have freedom of speech, but we don't have freedom from consequences. And I would agree. But what again? Again, this is going to have a chilling effect. Unless the Supreme Court gets involved in this, this is going to have a chilling effect on free speech, news. Because again, when politicians lie to us, then can we sue them? Right. Yeah. Right. It happened. Well, you know, they chose to. Yeah. Well, and I listen. I understand. Right. I understand the emotional baggage that goes with somebody telling you that you didn't lose your child. I got that part. But on the other, right. You try to listen to that crap. I mean, you know what happened. I know what happened. The world knows what happened. And if Alex Jones thinks that it didn't happen, then so be it. Then write him off as being crazy or conspiratorial theorist. Right. Change the channel. I'm with you. Hey, appreciate it. Guys, take a break. We'll be right back right after these messages. Again, this will have a daunting effect on free speech in America unless the Supreme Court gets involved and overturns this. You got to right. If you can try to convince me that you were born a man, but now you're a woman. That's insulting me more than Alex Jones does. But you know what? You got a right to think it. We'll be back.
News Radio 1440.
Sponsored by Dairy Queen.
DQ presents Picture This. Picture the burger of your dreams on the new DQ Signature Stack Burgers menu. 5 premium burgers like the Flamethrower Signature Stack Burger and Loaded A1 Signature Stack Burger. But it's not a dream. The DQ Signature Stack Burgers lineup. Try it today. DQ, happy tastes good.
Friday is here, and we got a lot of sunshine to go along with the last day of the work week. It comes with mid-90 temperatures, though, and not a whole lot of relief in the rain department. Maybe an isolated shower or storm possible today, but most of you are dry. Slightly better odds of seeing rain Saturday, but weekend is not a washout. We do, though, see about a 60% coverage as we head into your Sunday. So average highs over the next couple of days, hanging in the seasonable low and mid-90s, and pop-up showers and storms are possible much of next week as well. And that's your first alert forecast. I'm WSFA meteorologist Amanda Curran on News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Brubaker Motors. It's better at Brubaker on News Radio 1440.
Hello, Montgomery. Right now, things are looking good. Nothing's being reported by the authorities that would send you on an alternate route. Keep listening. We'll keep you posted. It's back to school time at Premier Place. And after shopping, you can eat at Poblano's, King Buffet, or Sweet Frog Frozen Yogurt. It's all at Premier Place in Prattville, another great McClinton and Company development. Buckle up. It's the law. For Montgomery Skywatch traffic, this is Major Delay.
Attention River Region listeners, take advantage of 4 new tires with no money down at Chico's Auto Pros, Montgomery's #1 rated tire store. Chico's Auto Pros.
This is a court-ordered notice. If you were subject to the data breaches of the United States Office of Personnel Management and you experienced an out-of-pocket loss after the breaches, you could be eligible for a payment from a class action settlement. To see if you're eligible, go to opmdatabreach.com or call 1-855-917-3567. That's opmdatabreach.com or call 1-855-917-3567.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
This is a court-ordered notice. If you were subject to the data breaches of the United States Office of Personnel Management and you experienced an out-of-pocket loss after the breaches, you could be eligible for a payment from a class action settlement. To see if you're eligible, go to opmdatabreach.com or call 1-855-917-3567. That's opmdatabreach.com or call 1-855-917-3567.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Ron's Roofing knows that when a storm damages your roof, it's hard to know what to do next. Easy. Rely on the most trusted and recognized roofing name, Ron's Roofing. They'll help protect you from the next storm. Ron's Roofing understands that your roof is your home's first line of defense. That's why they work with all insurance companies to ensure that your home is protected from any unexpected storms. A job won't get the Ron's Roofing name on it unless it's done right. Visit ronsroofing.com or call 215-0070.
Hey y'all, this is Aaron Tippett. Being in the music business, traveling, working late doesn't do great things for my routine. But I found that staying active and making time to work out helps keep my energy where it needs to be to perform my best. No matter what you do or where you are, make time to stay in shape. You'll feel better and have the energy you need to accomplish your goals. This message brought to you by the U.S. Air Force.
Join Sean Hannity Sundays at 3 p.m. for the Encore Show.
Chinese, the Russians, don't fear Joe Biden.
On News Radio 1440.
Okay, I'm going to shut up now and get back to telephones here in a second here, because we don't want people to say that I, was wasting their precious time. So let's go back to the phones and see who's here. Good morning, you're on there. Yes. Absolutely. Well, you're not supposed to say those words. On the FCC handles that. Well, because that's what I'm supposed to do. The FCC, the Federal Communications Commission, says. And again, guess what? You wait. You use your freedom of speech, and now I gave you the consequences of it. I hung up on you. I believe in it, but I'm not the FCC, the Federal Communications Commission. Okay. Well, but you ain't the president. I know, but you're not the president. So I hear you. Yeah, I hear. And again, I ain't mad at him for saying it, but again, the FCC. Yeah. Yeah. That's his opinion. Okay. Right. But I still don't have the right to stop you from saying the things you want to say because that's personal. Okay, well, and that's what some of them thought, but I don't. Yeah, we do. So let me ask you something. Okay, so when you call yourself a woman and I know you're a man, do I accept that as free speech? Why not? It's defamation of character. You impugning the character. Wait a minute. It's words. Okay, well, to me it is though. But to me it is. To me it is. Yeah. Yeah. If that's what they want to call themselves, yeah, I'm good. All right. Appreciate it. Good morning. Who's this? Yes. Okay. But it depends on how you define love. Right. And again, my only concern here is this: the First Amendment to the Constitution of the United States protects speech that you don't like. Right, but his speech did not endanger our society. The danger had already been there. It doesn't. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right. And I hear you. I hear you. Yeah. Who determines, right? But who determines? Wait a minute. Who determines if what you say? Who determines if what you have said this? Wait. Let me finish. If yeah, I understand the premise behind it, but what if somebody doesn't like what you're saying this morning? Oh, right. Mm. Mm-hmm. Right. They might not know.
So do you see how that would have?
I see, but people have a right. Well, and they're able to sue. But I think $45 million is not I think it's an overkill, and they're trying to put the guy out of business. Okay. So now we want to wait. So now we don't like people because of the way they think. We got a right to get rid of them then too. I got a right. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. I appreciate. I'm running out of time, but I hear you. Good morning. Yes. Mm-hmm. Mm. Well, let me ask you, and I shall ask you this question then. Who owes black folks a whole lot of money then for the things that have been said about us since we come to this nation? I mean, I mean, they ain't paying us no money. I mean, here we go. No, they didn't. They didn't make one. Okay. Then that was just a bunch of crazy people believing each other. Yeah, and I think they get wrongly prosecuted, but that's just me. Yeah, but I understand, but that's a base. That's a military base. The capital. Wait a minute. The capital belongs. Listen, the capital belongs to us. The capital belongs to the people. Yeah, it's federal ground that's paid for by us, the taxpayer. Yeah, but you're not in the military. But you are a citizen. Well, no, because of you, there is a capital. Okay. Well, again, I think what they did was they did it the wrong way, but I still don't believe that they ought to be going to jail. I think they ought to get a spank on the hand and call it a day. Let me see. Good morning. Good morning. Who's this? Yes, you are. Well, sure, I would agree. That's a reasonable conclusion. But again, the first right. I agree, but again, but it seems okay. No, let me get wrong. It, but okay. But let me make a point here. It does seem. Wait. I'm not. I don't care about the gay thing. But it does seem that Democrats in our society can say anything harshly about anybody. That yes, it is. Go to Twitter. They say some of the evilest things. What about? Well, what about Howard Cosell? They fired old Howard. I mean, but no, it wasn't. Didn't damage me. Anyway, yeah, okay. But again, freedom of speech is protected for the speech you don't like, not just the one you do like. Anyway, well, listen, my time's up. Gotta go. It's been a great day. Thank you. But again, that's why we got the First Amendment. We'll be back.
Bill 1440.
Good morning. I'm Judd Davis. Here's what's happening in the news on this Friday. We start with some health news. The Biden administration has declared monkeypox a public health emergency. This move allows the government to step up its response to the monkeypox outbreak, allowing access to emergency funds and accelerating vaccine distribution. So far, more than 6,600 cases have been reported in the U.S., 19 cases in Alabama. A Russian judge has sentenced WNBA star Brittany Griner to 9 years in prison. She pleaded guilty to drug smuggling and possession charges. Police say they found less than a gram of cannabis oil in her luggage at the Moscow airport. President Biden has called this sentence, quote, unacceptable. Happening later today, the biggest party in the South kicking off in Coleman County. Rock the South will bring thousands of people from across the country together for a country music festival. The two big headlining artists this year are the band Alabama and Morgan Wallen. The two-day event ends on Saturday.
Feel so
That's it on this
right.
Friday. I'm Jed Davis in the newsroom.
Feel so right.
Home of the Ben Shapiro Show and heard on 95.1 HD3 FM, Montgomery, the Cumulus Media Station.
Almost 3 billion people use Device to breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and
Feel so right.
Device, the world's only
Oh, see you guys later.
flush out airborne germs.